Jack Ma is the world's most well-known Chinese entrepreneur, arguably, but he has been on target at home. Last year, Jack Ma was supposed to launch the world's biggest IPO, but Beijing quashed it. Back then, many had said that the criticism of Chinese regulators cost Jack Ma $37 billion. But there's always more to a story than meets the eye in China. Allegedly, Xi Jinping had another reason to kill Jack Ma's IPO. Here's a report.
It was supposed to be the world's biggest IPO, a record-breaking launch of the Ant Group into the financial markets. One that would have netted Jack Ma Enterprise $37 billion. But last year, at the 11th hour, Beijing killed it. A lot has been written and said about what went wrong. Perhaps the most plausible explanation is a speech just days before his IPO. Jack Ma said Chinese banks operated with a pawn-shop mentality. He said it in the presence of the biggest names in China's financial, regulatory and political establishment. Many believe it was this speech that killed Jack Ma's IPO. But now, a political angle has emerged. A report claims influential political families of China would have earned billions from this IPO. These people are said to pose a potential challenge to Xi Jinping and his inner circle. This includes the grandson of former Chinese President Jiang Zemin, Jiang Shicheng. Another name is of Li Botan. He is the son-in-law of Jia Qinling, a senior leader of China. Someone who has served on the Politburo Standing Committee of the Communist Party for 10 years. This is the highest decision-making body of China. Reports say both of these investors used opaque investment vehicles to earn money off the IPO. It is believed that these political families, alongside Jack Ma and his top managers, would have pocketed billions from the listing of the Ant Group. The company itself would have been valued at well over $300 billion. But the IPO didn't happen. The Chinese state stepped up its scrutiny of the Ant Group. Jack Ma himself disappeared from the public eye. For 3 months, he was nowhere to be seen. Last month, he reappeared. 2 weeks back, reports said that the Ant Group had reached a deal with Chinese regulators. Jack Ma will not lose ownership of his company, but he will have to restructure it. Moving forward, the Ant Group will have to meet capital requirements that are similar to traditional banks, the same banks that Jack Ma had called pawnshops. Jack Ma has survived with some bruises. But the message from Beijing to tech entrepreneurs is clear. They'll have to align with the Communist Party rulebook, as well as the wishes of Xi Jinping himself. Bureau Report, WION. World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.